I think one thing that we're going to have to keep track of is these two bottom lanes. In my mind, it should be easier for Hope and Kyle to get priority of the mid wave. He recalls he is half a level down on the opponent. So Jway has access to the Unstoppable Force. There's a Pantheon ult coming down for Shanks.
Yeah, the Fate Seal does hit onto 2, but the Soul Unbound already coming out. It's going to be Shanks in a whole lot of trouble in the top lane. And Care is the one to secure first blood for FunPlus Phoenix.
As a Gwen and a Yone, I'm very worried here. I think I need to see FPX move on in, muscle their way through this, and at least steal one of them.
Use a lot of their cooldowns, though, to get that kill originally onto Shanks. And so now there's no Grand Starfall to jump in. Looks like Shadow instead is focusing on doing that blue buff. So going to be a little bit late to the party. Tarzan's able to pick up all 3 on his own. And so that's a big win for Anyone's Legend. As you said, the split pushers, the side laners here for this team, going to really be happy by having those extra grubs.
As well, to kind of see them continue their level of success now. Shanks trying to fish for a summoner spell from Care.
Able to find it. Instead, the target's going to be Flandre down to the bot side. Shadow coming in with the Grand Starfall. Flandre doing a lot of damage to Needlework. Doesn't hit its full proc onto Sheer, which means that he'll be able to survive. And Shadow will jump in and finish off the kill. The last tick of the Ignite, just barely not enough.
Huge win for AL. I don't care that Flandre ended up dying. He'll TP and catch this wave. We just leashed over the dragon to Anyone's Legend.
Yeah, so the neutral objective game going very well for Anyone's Legend so far, whereas FPX have been able to find some kills, but that's not going to matter too much if you aren't able to, use that to snowball your leads even further. So we'll see what Shadow and Care are going to be able to do with that.
Oh no, our Yone? Hell, we should be looking for fights.
Speaking of fights, they should try to find a 2v1 gank on to Sheer, but Sheer's actually going a little bit aggressive here in this situation because he knows that Shadow can jump in with the Grand Starfall, but it might just be a little bit too late. Kyle joins as well, and that is the signal for FPX to abandon the play and let their top laner go down. So AL finally on the board, the kill going over to Tarzan.
Is this a full turret though? Tarzan can come into the area, they'll be able to steal Krugs. Yeah, that's the first turret going down. I mean, hell, this is what happens on a side lane. You always have to be able to match the team that has 3 grubs now, and that's that's the feat of turret taking, going over to Anyone's Legend. If they're able to grab at least another 2 kills first, I think you're fine with that. You're going to now see the Herald being started here by FPX. I don't think there's going to be much rebuttal from the side of Anyone's Legend, as they're pretty late to this play.
I'm not going to lie, Alk, you just said like the feat of turret taking or whatever. They got super lazy after the first one. Feat of Warfare, very cool name. Then it's
Epic Monster Slaying, that kind of work.
It's still kind of lame. It's just exactly what the name is here. It's Kyle might be slaying himself as there comes the bullet time opened up here by Awesome. And the Feats of Warfare, that's the good name, picked up here by FPX, and they want more than just that. They want another fight here. Flash comes forward here for Jway. 2-man pull does come out. Shanks with the flash on out. Teleport coming in is going to be Sheer trying to join the party here, as the Unbreakable Will has already been popped here by the Alistar. And FPX is 5 men strong. Going in onto this tier 2 turret, they should be able to take it down.
This is just wonderful play from them. They're over-forcing, making sure that they can try to brute force some of these plays.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not going to have it for this dragon fight, which is the only reason why not maybe the best situation for them to use it that early. And speaking of, it does mean that Anyone's Legend actually do gain some control over this tier.
Wow.
Is in here by Flandre. So another dragon secured by AL. As the Rift Herald is popped here by FPX, Glacier Prison comes out. It only lands on a Shadow. You can block out any remaining damage that does come through. But now, it's Anyone's Legend split up a little bit here, as the Counter-Strike from Sheer does connect here on
Shanks.
to Flandre, and the Gwen is just going down. Shanks has to dash on out. It's a numbers advantage now here for FunPlus Phoenix. They're going for the Grand Starfall. Shadow wants to make this a fight win for FPX. It's traded back. Sheer with a 3-man stun over the wall, but he's to flash right back out because he's going to be taking that tower aggro a little bit too quickly.
So well to stop both sides of the fight. Sheer just ends up stepping forward. Thank you to our observers on the LPL side. More summoner spells, and I think FPX feeling a little too cheeky. They're like, okay, we're already winning. Let's slow down the game now.
And, we keep talking about, hey, AL are the favorites here. They're the ones getting the neutral objectives, but we're seeing it in fruition in some of these fights. Obviously, there's some misexecution on some of the players for AL in these situations, but it does show that FunPlus Phoenix are able to contest against one of these top teams here, at least in Game 1. FunPlus Phoenix, AL still has Shanks on the bottom side. He has his teleport available if he wants to use it. Otacon is already at half HP. Tarzan going to try to find some way to get into the pit, but the fight's already been started by Shadow. Bullet time plus the knockup is going to try to lock down Kyle. The Poppy is still somehow alive and will be able to live, but Shanks, he teleports straight to his doom, and Care picks up the kill. It's a 1-for-1 as Shui fell on the other side, and the health bar is not necessarily in a great position to take this dragon on their own, because they have the semi-globals to potentially get to the top side if the Otacon is started up. But now, anyone's legends, they don't want the Otacon. They might try to find a kill onto Jue, who might be overextended a little bit. The Fate Seal finds us awesome, but it will not be enough to secure the kill. The Unbreakable Will was popped by Jue, so that is one singular cooldown utilized. As now, that might be enough for AL to turn their sights towards the Otacon.
Starfall.
Not a great setup here, as Awesome and Jue were really pushed out of things at the start of it. Keeper's Verdict knocks away Shadow, securing any possibility of FunPlus Phoenix stealing away that Otacon.
I've been able to find too many of those kills, so I don't know how much worth they're going to be able to get out of this Thornbound Otacon.
Yeah, the added effect from the kills, the takedowns is big, but not going to happen here on the Flandra, as he's getting targeted out in a 1v3 situation. Care, with another really nice seismic shove, will set things up, and Shadow will claim his 3rd kill of the game.
Fujin power spike, so a lot of damage coming on through. AL have to be careful whenever they lose vision around any of these objectives. There's a very real possibility we see FPX start to turn.
They lock down Care with the Glacial Prison, and the Keeper's Verdict does take away the jungler for FPX. Bullet time comes out, but there's not a lot of peel that's been set up for him, and that is the first kill going over for AL. Jue is the one to drop.
Through mid, FPX did not pull the trigger fast enough. You saw this, so they're going to lose priority of mid. They're going to have to try and re-enter, and AL can just fully stop them from moving back into their side of the base. FPX need to do something.
Nicely buffered from Tarzan, using the Arctic Assault to make sure that stun does not take away too much of its escape potential. But now a teleport's going to come in. Shank's going to try to close the gap here. It's still a 4v5 opened up here for anyone's legend. Shadow with the flash on out. But now the power of the Sejuani Yone can come through. There's Kyle sending Sheer straight back with that heroic charge. So another pick found by anyone's legends. It hasn't been the full-on fight, but still have that 5v4. Without the jungler, they're going to start at the Baron.
35 seconds before Shadow is back up, and he will have Grand Starfall, but this Baron is going over to AL. Can FPX battle back?
Will there be some sort of miracle steal? Everybody on AL trapped into the pit. They send Tarzan over the wall. Jue doing a great job with the headbutt. Who's going to get the Baron? It's stolen away by Shanks. Anyone's Legend's the one to secure it. But now FPX can win out on this fight. They knock up Tarzan. Shanks is already down. Awesome picks up a triple kill. And it'll be Care to finish the job. Only Hope walks away as FunPlus Phoenix win the fight.
For Shadow, he's picked up the Guardian Angel. I like how so far AL, they've just made these engagements onto Jue.
Pulling the trigger immediately onto the Alistar. Has not popped the Unbreakable Will just yet. They knocked up Hope, forced him to flash away the bullet time, doing so much to buy some space here for FunPlus Phoenix. But the needlework from Flandra is doing some work as well. This Gwen's level 17. Dashes away from the seismic shove, and now Shears arrives off the TP.
Shadow!
Takes a lot of damage, but the counter strike's gonna be big. It only finds one stun, but that stun's onto Tarzan, and he's already down. Shadow with the Grand Starfall over. He pops the Guardian Angel. Flandra on the wrong side. I think that's gone golden, but he won't survive. That's Sheer picking up the kill. Shanks does not get enough with the Fate Sealed as he goes right back into the stun from the unraveled earth of Care. FunPlus Phoenix find 4. They're going to find a 5th. Hope on the run, but there's no more hope for anyone's legend. Sheer picks up the kill. Down the mid lane, FPX go. They're looking for the upset victory over AL.
Vision down for FPX. We have a Dragon Soul potentially on the cards in a minute's time. FPX play that fight so much better. Hope sends it on a Valkyrie, and those are summoner spells now missing from our second seed team in AL.
Carry stood no chance against the might of Sheer and Awesome, who had really good fights there. It was not enough to end the game for FPX, but they picked themselves up their second Infernal Drake. The gold lead has expanded to about 5,000.
They're going to try to pull this off. They're waiting to see a teleport come on through. You see right now that Flandra just got his team a global blue buff. They're fishing for an engage.
They don't want to fully go on him. Instead, they're going to turn their targets towards Shanks. He used the soul bound to get away. Jue already has dropped, but the health bars are so low on AL's side. Nobody has gone down. Care's going to try to cut people off with the Weaver's Wall. Sheer dash jumping forward, but does not have enough to close the gap.
Arden is already starting to get chunked down. Part of the reason when you have these solo laners is just being able to rip these massive objectives.
He's going to pop the Grand Starfall. He's going to try to get in. He's going to get there in time. No, it's still the Baron is secured here by Tarzan. Flandre's gone golden. The Needlework has one more issue to be procced, but Shadow will get the kill regardless. But that's a big win for Anyone's Legends. They take advantage of the numbers that they had on their side, and they pick up the Baron and will be wearing purple for the next 3 minutes.
You're not really fighting for mid lane control in this Baron. How much more can you actually get out of this? You still want to have control for this Dragon.
Sway pops the ulti already. He's taking a lot of damage. Nicely done by Kyle to knock Care out of the fight. But Awesome does a lot of damage. Awesome is level 18. Awesome, it's a Guardian Angel. Awesome not going to be able to get that kill just yet, as he will drop and have that Guardian Angel procced. Already Dway out of the picture once again, but you see Sheer on the top side of your map, picking up the split pushing duties.
Shadow
gonna try to cancel the bases. Care comes through with the Weaver's Wall. Everybody on Anyone's Legend, the bot side is very, very low. Sheer gonna be able to at least take that inhibitor on the top side, as well as FunPlus Phoenix working their way around the map and making sure they do not lose too much.
Tarzan needs to either die or somehow make the masterful escape. He'll have the Baron, but he's not gonna be able to get out. Shadow will be here, and that's gonna be Dragon in 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's the jungler for Anyone's Legend down.
Legends top side. That's going to be the 6th Dragon of the game. We're going to have one final Dragon spawn in 5 minutes. That'll determine the soul for either of these two teams, and I can't believe it.
The backline of FunPlus Phoenix, they're already starting up the Baron. It's getting bursted down. Tarzan is so far away. No opportunity for a steal as FPX yoink it right between the arms of Anyone's Legend.
Oh, they're just going for an engage onto Hope.
They go. Hope does have the Guardian Angel. They're going to try to flank the flankers. Double knockup does land for Joy, but the Keeping Verdict will send him out. Shadow popping the E to stay alive for a little bit. We see Sheer in the backline. Already popping the GF1. Shanks is in so much trouble. He uses the face.
What is Awesome doing?
Away. Awesome going forward, but he's going to be able to survive. FunPlus Phoenix with a absolute masterclass of a team fight. Sheer buys this time. The rest of FPX come through to back him up, and down the mid lane they go once more, this time for a Game 1 win.
Who the hell cares about an Infernal Soul? FPX say, we'll just take a Baron and we'll just end up taking your base. It's an entire wave still waiting for them, and FPX make history happen again. They'll take Game 1 versus AL.
It was a back and forth one, but FPX in general had that control.
Very strong spikes on 1 and 2 items. But as this game goes forward, who is really going to be able to tank up this Ahri and Vi combo? Who is going to stop this 2v2 from kind of flipping the matchup? Starting up this Dragon, we already saw a pretty early focus from Tarzan and Shanks moving down. Shanks is now coming over. He has the Realm Warp. Tarzan's in the area, and Shadow is going to have to walk all the way back around if he wants to wrap on this play.
The Chunk connects with the Deadly Flourish, and now Awesome, it just gets bursted down before he can do anything. That's first blood picked up for AL. It'll be a 2-for-1 overall as Shadow and Karev now join the fight. Charm is flashed away from Spirit Rush away to dodge away for the rest of the DPS. And so no other kills will be thrown over, but overall, Anyone's Legends find the advantage.
Are okay with a walking, talking, dog, glizzy creature, but the moment it's purple is when is the issue.
I mean, yeah, because you're not eating. I mean, if I went to the hot dog stand.
Izzy Nefiri. I think the best part of this skin is not even just the fact that she's a hot dog, but the little like mini wiener dogs that they have. Yeah. They're so cute and kind of derpy looking. Awesome's dead. Awesome
is indeed dead. That is another kill in the Feats of Warfare picked up for AL. Well, for himself, of course, Rise, one of the few champions still building that round of ages, and he's able to get on out of there. As an attempted dive actually might be turned on its head, as Sheer now going to be the target for all 5 members of Anyone's Legends. They send him straight right down, and they'll pick up the kill. It is a 1-for-1 as Kyle will fall. But I think overall, you're going to be happy about that if you are AL. More gold into your priority.
First turret, so that's just Feat of Strength completed. That's a full turret, all 5 plates being split between Tarzan, Flandra, and Shanks. Flandra's going to teleport top. That is a hell of a lot of gold now for some of the big impact players of Anyone's Legend. They got some turret plates on top side, but they didn't contest with the first grubs again.
Anyone's Legends looking for another play here. Nice cancel with the stand aside, but Joy's still in a lot of trouble. Has to flash away over the wall. The curtain call comes out, but nicely dodged away from, but the equalizer. It sends Joy straight down. That's not Nari, that's Nico. That ends up going for the 6th kill to AL.
I don't know. AL, they're playing so well around the map now. I think that early game skirmish where Tarzan was able to steal the blue buff kind of put FPX in a bit of a tizzy, and really they haven't been able to really recover past that. And now Shadow's just caught. All right.
Yeah, not a position that you could be in at this point of the game if you are Shadow. Tarzan using the ultimate just for a little bit of style points, but they were going to get that kill regardless. Tarzan
is extremely cooked.
You've
now given over all of the early objectives.
I think it's over just because the scaling on AL is like where they are able to even do better. So I think they're going to be okay with slowing the map down even more to make sure that they're fully in position to like close out this game. Like they are playing in the second round robin. They're going to get another tower or their first tower up in the top lane. Is FPX. That's a small win for them. But the rest of the map kind of not in a great position for them overall, as the Herald will be dropped in the mid lane, and they're going to try to crack this one open as well.
Turret with Herald plus 3 grubs, that's tough. I had actually liked how FPX played the last like 2 minutes of play, where right after Shanks had gone for that Realm Warp on the top side.
They have an opportunity to get a reset, get a stack cash in for Awesome, and they're the ones starting up this Cloud Dragon. Teleport has come in. It's going to be Flandra joining the fight. He just picks up another item for himself. Kyle jumps over the wall with the Blast Cone, and here comes the fight. Dragon secured by Shadow. Call the Forge God does not find anything, as now the bullet time has been opened up. The health bars are taking low. Sheer, very, very low. The force shot going to connect onto him. Tarzan not able to take him down just yet. He gets knocked up. FunPlus Phoenix somehow still alive, but the Pop Blossom does not connect. Awesome, the lone survivor on the back line of things as anyone's legend. Shut the door and make sure FPX have no chance of winning this game. It is 4 kills already. Care on the run. Shanks flashes over the wall to try to shut him down, but he's
true. I mean, they have a wave pushing in mid. They're trying to corral them out of this side of the jungle. Kyle does have his ultimate, but Shanks is pushing a mid wave.
Sheer jumps forward. Lands a steering charge on it too. There's a cease and desist. Jway finds the Pop Blossom. 2 members from AL are dangerously low. Flandra trying to sword out Awesome, but right now it's Hope that keeps himself alive and is ripping apart FunPlus Phoenix as they aren't able to find any meaningful kills. Only Kyle has dropped. Awesome trying to find the kill for Flandra, but he will not be able to. The force shot comes in, and it's a quadra kill for Hope.
Oh, we gotta blame Tarzan. We're taking the Penta away. We're killing Jway like that. That's the Otacon taken. 23.5 minutes. FPX, they made a great engage, but where was Awesome? It was Flandra tanking up all of that attention from the AD carry of FPX.
Can probably just rip it on spawn after they clear out this third turn.
AL, you have FPX, you have 5 seconds. FF,
press
please.
the button.
No! All right, I'm bankrupt, guys. I mean, it's not like we were making much money from this anyway. This is a fan-made broadcast. Whoa, who's we? I know we're on the Chinese side. This is not the French. There is no we here.
Shanks actually in some trouble. Death Rush was set up for FunPlus Phoenix. Shanks goes golden, but here comes the equalizer, and here comes Tarzan, and he's seeing red in this team fight, and it's not ketchup, it's the blood of FPX. Dominating the fight once again. It's 4 more kills that go their way.
Around 3 to 4 minutes of this game, and since then, FPX have just been lost around the map. AL dominating every single lane. Flandra, I had questions for his Rumble. Well, he ends up delivering with this equalizer. Great job, and I think an amazing bounce back here in the series from anyone's legend. We said that history had repeated itself where FPX were able to find first blood. Well, that's continuing to be the case with AL dominating game number 2 of the series.
One of the larger gold leads you're going to see in a League of Legends game. 15,000 at 26 minutes. It's been all AL all the time here, as Jway looking for one last-ditch effort with the Baron buff already in their hands. The Pop Blossom finds 3, but there's just no follow-up. Shadow getting tanked up and taken down by Tarzan. Sheer in the back line, going to try to keep things alive. The Realm Warp goes underneath the tower, and AL 5 strong are going to march in to the base of FPX and even up our series at 1-1.
That's going to be it. They have got too much going for them. Another ace. It hasn't looked very good. The fact that FPX have only found 4 kills is enough to be said here. 20,000 goal lead between AL and FPX to end game 2.
Pure domination here by AL. It was a 44-minute loss in game 1, a 27-minute win for them in game number 2, and we're headed to a decider.
And AL are looking to scale, let their solo laners get their items, and then Trundle makes it that much easier for them to rip through someone like a Callisto.
Dragon's going to be started up here by anyone's legend. However, FPX are going to collapse here. Jway going to flash over the Aqua Prison, but straight into the arms of Hope. The Ignite's taken onto him. It will not be enough to take him down if the potions will save his life. Now here comes the rest of the fight for FunPlus Phoenix. Care goes between worlds. Kyle is low. Kyle will drop. The bot lane is dead. And FPX find the first 2 kills of this game 3.
So this is like, you're flashing forward. All right, brother. Nice. You're maybe just baiting them in. Shadow, we get back to picture-in-picture, and he dies over a scuttle. Care could not get into position.
Oh, here comes Sheer, though. He flashes in for the ultimatum. Care will finish it off with a weirding. And that's the Feats of Warfare secured for FunPlus Phoenix. Now it's a battle between the solo lanes. FlauNdra does not have that ultimate, but the Gravity Well will stun up Sheer, who no longer has that escape tool, waiting for the hookshot to come through, but a full decimating smash will come out. Already an upgraded laser as well for Shanks will mean that another kill goes back AL's way.
Match the bottom lane of anyone's legend, and that'll be the first dragon of the game going over to FPX. And I wonder if they're going to try to match this. Instead, it seems like Hope and Kyle are actually
taken up for AL. They still have Hope and Kyle on the top side, whereas right now Care is the one in the bot lane for FunPlus Phoenix. This means that they will be able to trade 1 back, so 1-1 overall. And we'll see who decides to claim this final grub. Teleport comes in from Care. FlauNdra has the unstoppable onslaught to try to join the fight if they need, but Tarzan is getting singled out, and Tarzan will go down to Shadow. Sheer looking to go over. Oh, what a Fates call from Awesome and Dway. They land the ultimate onto Kyle as well. The tidal wave only to try to buy some time, but the Nami will be taken down. Sheer looking to finish this kill off. It's just one more auto. The one becomes lightning. Will not connect. The hook shot will, though. And FPX find themselves 2 more kills.
amazing job, and they grab 2 grubs, so they get the majority of the grubs. 1 more objective, and that's the Feats of Strength going over to FunPlus Phoenix. Not any of AL's stop them from really being able to get much done in this bottom side.
Shadow playing very aggressive, going to go forward with the audacious charge, gets blocked up by the tidal wave, and now the initial engage is called off by FPX. Culling comes through, blocked by the Crescent Guard. Shadow goes right back in, looking to try to take down Kyle, and he will do so, and it should be a 1-for-1, but here comes the Renata. FPX get 2 kills onto the bottom lane once more, and they are winning this mid game really hard.
And Shadow gets so much healing done in that fight. Now even the second dragon, so Feats of Strength are going to be going over to FunPlus Phoenix.
And now they could look for another fight. Unless FlauNdra has something to say about it. Decimating Smash is canceled by the handshake.
Aze is the best AD carry. If you're looking at the stats, it is leave. But overall, it has felt like Hope has been our best AD carry here in the league. So we'll see if they're able to perform here and kind of keep that title for themselves, as it'll be the Heralds traded here. FlauNdra's been doing a great job into Sheer, but not even cutting him off. Should be another turret falling, especially with those 2 grubs and another wave. Hope was able to get an entire bottom lane turret for himself, so they're trying to even up some of that gold lead, and FPX doing the same by putting that gold right into the Awesome and Dway bottom lane.
Now you can start to see a little bit of what anyone's legends are hoping to play for. Already popping the biscuits and keeping himself nice and healthy. Care getting zoned out by Shanks, who has that Rod of Ages and has a lot of HP. The Dragon's at half. Tarzan going to try to get into the pit to try to steal this one away. Dway goes forward, handshake does not connect. Tarzan going to approach, but the Ren will secure the Drake here for FPX as they get them out in Soul Point. Culling not doing enough. Anyone's Legend does not have any damage just yet. Here comes the Between Worlds from Care. Shadow dashing forward once more. The Renata not fighting much with the ulti, but here comes the Hextech ultimatum and lands on a Tarzan. But Sheer's the one who dies first. The health bars are low. Anyone's Legends have the chance to win this team fight. Tarzan running him down. Shadow forced to run away. He's going to go in, but try to just buy some time for the rest of his team to escape. They do end up taking down Tarzan as Care gets the shutdown, but it's awesome. Try to take down FlauNdra in response. A wild, wacky fight around the Dragon Pit, but it's anyone's Legends that win it 3-for-2.
FPX get the dragon and put themselves on Soul Point,
and
but
admirably there in the full 5v5, and they're looking for another one here as Tarzan face checking that brush. Gotta find Shadow. And here comes the rest of the team. They're going to try to lock Tarzan down. They try not to flash away, pops the pillar to try to keep himself alive. But Sheer comes in on the flank and will shut the troll down. 1-0 in favor of FPX.
is that going to be the Otacon started for them? It is so tough for Tarzan to go for Smite Steals versus his team. Not only do you have the Xin Zhao, but you have the Callista Ren. Thornbound Otacon now started for FunPlus Phoenix. They're going to have to battle into a Renata ultimate, into a now teleporting Sheer on the flank. AL are going to have to battle hard.
They have the Smite, they have the Rend. It should be almost impossible for this Otacon to get stolen away. They're going to go for Hope instead. The collapse from FPX is beautiful. And
wait, Shanks!
But here comes the follow-up. Shanks on this Victor is popping off and saving the fight for anyone's Legends. Already 2 picked up. It's a 2v3, but the solo laners from AL are very strong. Decimating Smash jumped away from by the hook shot. Shadow going in for a knockup. The Thunder Stein healing things up, but it's not going to heal enough. Shanks is still alive. The victor saving the day. Shanks the hero for AL, and Flandre to finish off the ace.
And when you need them most, AL solo laners provide the way out of this fight. 1-0-9, level 14, almost getting close to that level 16 mark for his Arcane Storm. The Thornbound Otacon is going to go over to the way of anyone's legend, and they perform admirably to be able to get them back into this game.
And now the snowball is going to start to roll, baby. Anyone's legend, 1,000 gold up. They're going to pick up the Thornbound Otacon. Looked like almost a certainty that would go towards FPX, but they went for the fight instead. Once we got to this point, use that Lucian ulti to generate mid lane priority and get yourself to those major objectives on either side of the map. This time it was the Dragon. They stopped the Soul.
To actually find much purchase in mid lane. They've been trying to use this Lucian Nami combo. There's a Scion charging down just so they can make sure that there is no chance. I want to see Sheer continue to push. I need you to hit this mid wave. You just saw 4 people in that wave. You're going to see Victor show on that lane. Step up, man. You have 2 grubs. You're playing Camille with Flash.
We could have definitely got the tower. Now we're getting in there a little bit late as Flandre is arriving. Gonna eventually take it down and back on out of there, but the mid lane very even right now, so no opportunity to go for those waves. See Care and Sheer both on flanks. That is the difference maker potentially here for FPX. But for anyone's legend, they have Flandre, they have Tarzan, they have this massive front line. It's going to be very hard to kind of break through. Hope dashing forward, trying to foul out Sheer. Culling comes out, Sheer in a desperation move, tries to flash forward, but he gets hit up by the Aqua Prison and taken down. Now he head back towards the Dragon. Oh, the Renata ultimate does a lot of damage. They're going to go towards Shank, trying to take him down. He goes golden. Around the Dragon we go, but it's going to be secured by Tarzan, and FPX are on the run. Nobody can take down this Scion. Awesome going for one last potential kill, but he will find none of it. It's a 5-for-1 picked up for AL. Way too far away. Sheer just down in the bot lane he goes, clearing out as many waves as possible, as they know they're going to be seeing those Baron empowered minions for the next 3 minutes time. Baron buff picked up here for AL. Their scaling composition has arrived.
I think his best looks, and I think repeatedly in this game, has been these tanks.
Hope might have gotten a little bit too far. Kyle gets 1 shot, and the Guardian Angel's already procced off the Lucian. Tarzan goes down. How the hell did FPX find this fight? It is 4 down. Only Flandre left alive. It is a full set of towers available in the mid lane, but the death timers are so long. Can FPX do it?
40 seconds and 2 grubs. Right now, Sheer is actually losing the 1v1 versus this Scion. They have to protect these minion waves.
Scion will pick up the kill. Finally, Sheer will drop. Flandre has to head back to base. You can see the cannon minion.
20 seconds.
And 1 ranged minion still left alive. It was, remember, a full set of towers. The tier 1 was the one started up by FPX, and with the timers starting to count down
into this game, Flandre is still unkillable on the Scion, getting closer to 2,000 bonus HP from the Soul Furnace. It's going to be a turret gained. It's the last Baron here. That Baron, the gold graph at the end, is going to be so funny.
Pillar buying some space here for AL as well. Shadow's already at half HP. That is big as he's the one with the smite. Potentially try to secure this Mountain Soul. In comes the 2-2 train. Flandre trying to lock down a Assume, but the handshake will stop the
Can they get it?
Who's getting the Dragon? It's Soul picked up for FPX. And look at Sheer on the back line, landing that ultimatum onto Shanks, but he's not able to do enough damage just yet. Another Decimating Smash gets canceled, and Flandre has no way into the fight. FPX against his old mentor in Flandre. They have very different roles in what they need to do to give their team the victory in this series.
And Sheer from dealing damage onto Shanks and Hope.
Here comes that unstoppable onslaught from Flandre. Doesn't land on anybody, but it has singled out Care, separated him from the rest of the team. Sheer gets bursted down to half by the culling, and the Baron's at 4,000 HP. Tarzan has nobody to get into the pin, but he stole it! Steals it away! Anyone's legends have the Baron, but will they win the fight? Guardian Angel pop here by Shadow. Awesome looking to dash it onto Hope. The Guardian Angel still has not been proc. Already kills him.
Oh no!
Falling over. Awesome is dead. FPX though, still in control, but can they take down Flandre? He's soaking up damage. He's still staying alive. He lands another Q. Some more damage onto the Xin Zhao. And still extended in the fight. It's a 2-for-2 overall. But Tarzan wins that one for AL by giving them the Baron Nashor.
Else equal with all of these summoner spells missing. I do advantage FPX.
Okay,
Although we see
Flandra
this.
running it right down mid. Oh, the pillar! It blocks out so much. That's awesome. Doing a lot. But here
Oh my god,
Jway!
Jway!
Jway just has a huge opportunity here for FPX. In goes Ashir. He uses that ultimatum onto Shanks, sends him out of the fight. Flandra trying his best to stay alive, but the Scion is no longer unkillable. Awesome picks up the kill, and FunPlus Phoenix, they turn it right back around.
I can't believe it. We still have a whole other series after this, Grapes. We've got a 42-minute banger between FPX and AL complete.
Right, on this Callista, even 43 minutes into the game.
And I think it also just makes it that much tougher when you think of the fact that FPX all that time ago, instead of 750, every little thing matters when we talk about games like these. And with an Infernal Soul, or the Infernal Drake now on their side, or sorry, the Elder Drake, I should say, it's only here for another 45 seconds. AL have to be able to hold.
Here they go. They have the Elder. They can just continue to dive in the back line. Look at Care. We're going between worlds, and that world is a 2-1 win potentially. Hope's already down. Shanks goes golden, but Flandra picks up a kill. They're still alive here.
That's
but
it.
The Elder will smite down Shanks. Only Kyle and Flandra will live. They have no chance to win this game anymore. And FunPlus Phoenix, they pull up the upset, and they're going to march into the base and win the series for the number 2 team in the LPL.
Who would have thought that head-to-head is now going to be 1-1 versus FPX and anyone's legend?
Flandra going to try to do his best. He's unkillable on this side, but the Nexus is not. FPX pull off the win.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.